My name is Bryan Bennett, and I'm a hugger. It wasn't always that way. The fact that I'm up here today is evidence that I've gone through a lot of changes since I first got here. I grew up going to church, going to Sunday school. I was an altar boy for a while, and then as I got older, kind of just got away from it because things just didn't resonate with me. They didn't click. I didn't understand. I never got religion, and so for many, many years, the only time I ever went to a church was maybe the occasional wedding. And then about 4 years ago, some things happened that made me think I needed to learn a little bit more. One of the things was I was having Thanksgiving dinner with my family. My niece said grace, and when everybody said amen, my son, who was about 5 years old at the time, looked up at me and said, "What the heck was that?" And I didn't know how to answer him. I didn't know how to explain to him about God or religion or saying grace, and maybe even something as simple as gratitude. So I thought I'd probably seek things out and learn. At that time, I was going through some difficult times, and I was reading a book. I read a lot of self-help books, and the author spoke about God and Bible quotes, but he did it in a manner that kind of hit me. It rang true. He said it in ways that it kind of hit me. And so I did a little research and found out he was a minister in LA, and the words New Thought kind of popped out at me. And so I did some more research and found a bunch of places in DFW that came up, and I picked 3 that were close to home. My plan was to go to one Sunday, the second one second, and the third. So the first one I chose was the Center for Spiritual Living. And I remember that day well because I did something that was really not like me, and there were a couple of things that happened that day that were scary, that really had the potential for me not to come back. The first thing that I did, I was kind of a loner and an introvert, a little bit socially challenged maybe, and so it was my way to anything to sit in the back, close to the door, where I could make a fast getaway. But that day, for some reason, I chose to sit kind of close, kind of in the middle. I was on the aisle, so I thought that I'd be all right. Early on in the service, just like today, they asked for anybody who was new, and I raised my hand, and then everybody greeted each other, and that's when I learned that there were hugs involved. So the thing that really threw me was when I saw that the guys weren't doing the normal guy hug that I was used to, where you just kind of shake hands and lean over and do a little tap on the shoulder. They were full-on hugs. And I don't remember much about that, but somehow I made it through. Then I listened to Petrie talk, and the only way I can really describe that is it seemed to be therapy for me. She spoke, and it was as if she was talking to me, and she knew what was going on. And it wasn't what I'd seen as a child, where somebody sat up in front and read from a big book and read things that I just really didn't understand. They were real life things, real life stuff to know. I remember that being very emotional for me, and I realized that there was really something to the New Thought way of thinking. The second thing that scared me was toward the end of the service, everybody would stand up and sing a community song, and at the time, we sang a song that I later called the Whoville song, because we all stood up and held hands as we sang. And then I realized that I didn't really pick out a very good seat, because I couldn't make a fast getaway and I was surrounded by guys. And so I found myself holding hands with 2 guys, and I was a bit uncomfortable there, but somehow I made it through that as well. I tell you all this because I was uncomfortable, and even though I was uncomfortable, I never made it to those other places that I intended to visit. I found myself back here the following Sunday and Sunday after that, And it was a little over a year before I ever missed a Sunday as I came here and I became a member. So I come here for a lot of reasons. I love this place. It's not the building or the chairs or the fixtures. It's the people. It's the love. And most of my friends are here. This is my spiritual family. I come here because CSL is my spiritual home. Most of all, I come here for the hugs. My name is Bryan Bennett, and I'm a hugger.